How's it going, guys? My name's Oliver. In today's video, I want to explain why I personally like to keep all of my goals, my ambition to myself. So I don't really talk about any business idea or anything ambitious that I'm trying to complete with my friends, my family. I really like to keep all of those things very personal and just keep them to myself. I think this is going to be an interesting subject because I know for me, at least, like I used to be like that. Whenever I had like a business idea or I was excited about starting a new project, one of the first things I would do is, talk about it to my friends, my family, to kind of reinforce like me trying to start something good, reinforce a positive action that I'm trying to accomplish. But what I realized was whenever I would do that, it was almost like I was seeking outside validation on my ideas and on my ambitions and my goals from other people, instead of just kind of accepting the fact like, yeah, I want to do this. It's ambitious. It's a good idea. Let's get on it. It's like I was kind of waiting on my friends to tell me like, yeah, it's a good idea. Like work on it, do it. And the reason why I think it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know that most of us, we probably don't have this crazy network of people who are like us, who are ambitious, who want to become entrepreneurs, who have really big goals, big dreams, who want to have that crazy big business idea. And when you share like very ambitious goals with people who aren't necessarily like you, I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose, but most of the time they're almost going to try to bring you down. They're not going to really entirely believe in you because they don't believe in themselves. So if they personally don't believe they can build $1 million per year company, and you say that you're trying to achieve that, because they don't see themselves doing that, they don't really see you doing that. So they're not necessarily going to want to hype you up, encourage you, and kind of push you to build that big business idea, because in their head, it's impossible. Like no one can do that. So this is like one of the main reasons why I actually started this channel, is because although I do have friends, they're very close to me, they know how I am, I feel like they almost can't really understand kind of the way I think. They think in terms of, oh, I can make 100 grand this year if I get this job after university. And for me, the idea of getting a 100 grand per year job out of university is like something I do not want to do. Like for me, if that's like the pinnacle of my achievements, I won't be very satisfied with what I accomplished. Okay, for me, 100 grand per year from a regular 9-to-5 job, it's not something I idolize and put on a pedestal. I know many of my friends do, and I believe that most of you guys, like you have similar friends who think in similar ways. So as I was saying, the reason why I kind of built this YouTube channel was I wanted to surround myself with people who were like me, who had those big goals, who were ambitious, who if you say like, yeah, my goal is to make 100 grand per year, they're not going to kind of laugh at you. They're going to be like, oh, okay, that's good. Like, how do you plan on doing it? Like they encourage you, they try to push you to be creative, to find new ways and to help you achieve your goals so that you can also help them achieve their goals, because they're going to be ambitious as well. But if you're super ambitious and you have a friend that's not ambitious at all, he's obviously not going to want to push you and help you and encourage you to build your business. So it's not so much that they're bad people, it's just they don't really understand the way we think. And I noticed that whenever I would share kind of those big business ideas or these crazy goals that I had, I would always get kind of that feeling from them that they were happy for me, but deep down they didn't really understand, and they kind of didn't really care if it worked out or not, because in their head it's like, yeah, that's pretty much impossible to do. So what I started doing recently is just I kept my goals to myself, I worked on them. When I achieved them, then maybe I would talk about it with a friend or two. But whenever I had that business idea, that one thing I wanted to do, I 100% kept it to myself. I feel like I'm more productive that way. I understand myself better that way. And I don't like to have this like these outside voices who influence me. It's very easy to be influenced by people you care about, by your friends, by your family, because those people are important to you. If you have 5 close friends and all of them say like, yeah, this is a really big business idea, it's going to be very difficult to achieve, it's going to get into your head. You might still think it's possible, but you're still going to have that thought in your head that, yeah, they might be right. It might be very difficult. But if you don't talk about it to anyone, no one's going to really influence you. And if you're like me, which if you're watching this channel, you probably are, you're ambitious, you have crazy goals, and you don't set yourself limits. So for you to build $1 million per year company, it's not that crazy of an idea. Like it's doable. It's difficult, but it's doable. You actually see and envision yourself building that. And afterwards, what's going to happen as you're working on these crazy big business ideas, you're going to meet people on your path who are doing similar things to you. People who understand you, who think like you, and who have also ambitious goals. Those are the people you want to share your ideas with. They're going to help you. They're going to push you. That's how you have a successful network around you. You surround yourself with people who think like you, who are as ambitious as you. It has to be almost a competition between who's the most ambitious, who can achieve the craziest thing. I have a big group of friends. Like I have many friends. I have one maybe very close friend who I can talk about my business ideas. And even at that, like it's not something that like I necessarily jump to tell him right away. There's no one around me who thinks like me, so I know they won't understand like me. What I'm trying to say basically in this video is that, first of all, set crazy ambitious goals for yourself. Okay, if you're like me, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have goals, you have dreams, you will set yourself a huge goals. Okay, your goal is not to make 10 grand a month. Your goal is to make $1 million per month. You're gonna work your entire life to achieve that goal, and you're gonna keep that to yourself. If you're able to hype yourself up without needing outside validation, you will reach the skies. All you need is hard work. And you have to be proud of yourself for actually doing the hard work. If you do that, you're set to go. You do not need to rely on other people to achieve your goals. If you need to seek outside validation from other people, that's already a bad sign. That's a red flag. Okay? You have to work on something, your mental, you have to believe in yourself a bit more. Like you have to work on something because you have to be able to work on these goals without needing outside validation. It's very important. I don't need you to tell me how to do it. I don't need my friend to tell me how to do it. I don't need supporters. I don't need anyone. I will achieve my goals one way or the other. If you want to be on my path, you want to help me, you want to encourage me, I will more than happily have you with me. Otherwise, stay out of my way. I'm going and I'm achieving my goals. That's the way I think. And I think that's how you guys should adopt it as well. That's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys learned something. This was a bit of a rant, but I think this is something very important. And it's going to help you guys stay focused and achieve those crazy ambitious goals. Thank you very much.